It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude. I hope I'll see you in Solitude. Good luck. I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the pot that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor would destroy us all. Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold, the biggest and the best of the 9 holds of Skyrim. But don't take my word for it. General Tullius has his headquarters in Castle Dour, in the city of Solitude, northwest of here. You'll want to talk to Legate Ricka. She deals with the new recruits. I'll be sure to put in a good word for you if I get back to Solitude first. Be careful on the way to Solitude. Damn Stormcloaks could be anywhere. Damn Stormcloak rebels.
Make yourself at home. I'm spoken for, you know, so I just hope the war doesn't come to Riverwood. There's enough trouble in the world without those Stormcloaks stirring up more. Just follow the road north. When you get to Hunting Brew Meadery, turn left and the road will take you to the city gates. It's not far. We used to go to the market there every month or so until the roads got so dangerous with the war and all. Farewell.
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
Did you really see a dragon?
Alvar and I, we got a daughter.
Papa says
Little
I'm too...
Dorothy.
My father is Alvar, the blacksmith. I'm his assistant. I mean apprentice. Someday, I'm going to forge my own sword.
Keep your guard up.
Take what you need, my friend.
You're kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you? Out of my way, stranger. Need something?
Good dog.
我操你妈的！ Imperial business. Be on your way.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
Come on.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, they say. They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice. Shouted him apart.
It's not real. Yeah. 到百曼，到说地了，去百曼。进城，进城，雪山。
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skullbar.
One or the other is bound to win the war eventually. Why not curry favor now, so that the victor will look upon us kindly?
You have the foresight of a Khajiit. Please, come
I
and
had not
browse
thought
our
of it that way.
goods.
This one needs something? How can I assist? The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. They're a city so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. It is all in this note. An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made. May your road lead you to warm sands.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too? You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill. Careful if you cross the river to the east. Old Hajvar Ironhand and his brigands are holed up in that cave. White River Watch. Pig sticker like that's not going to get you far. Best visit the blacksmith. Iron sword, huh? What are you killing? Butterflies?
What is it?
Need supplies? See Bellathor
We'll
at
pay
his store.
whatever it takes.
Sleek.
We must have more swords for
He
the
has good
Imperial
stuff.
soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel from a bitch.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
What do you need? Looking to do some hunting? Avoid Brittleshin Pass. It's southeast of here.
Those green apples you sold me the other day were delicious.
Aren't they? I always set some aside
Well met.
for myself.
Well met, kinsman. What brings you to Whiterun?
I'm sure you could charge double for those and still sell them all within a week.
You're right.
Truly?
Have to remember that next time I get a
By sure, this city could use more like you. Best head up to Dragon's Reach then, and see the Jarl. He's Lord of Whiterun, and can set you on the path. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been close as kin for generations, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall, your Vasker. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda? She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one. Ah, man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, And your tongue sharper.
That's what I thought. What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Lord woman?
Get them fresh from the farms daily, Nazim.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday. I miss the days when the Greymanes and Battleborns got along. Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Farewell.
Isolde, was it? What brings you to the market?
I'm here to buy food, Nazim. I suppose you don't need to worry about that.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables.
I know
It's
your
fun
family's
mostly.
honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't
Looking
stop
for my
now,
husband,
but I
Nazim.
can't get the sword on my
Check
own.
the Jarl's backside.
So you're really
That's
usually
too
where he
starved
stuffs
to wife
himself
and
these
daughters
days.
to reclaim some rusty old sword.
Rise up, Stormcloaks! Embrace the word of
There's
mighty
a rift here in
Talos!
Skyrim.
He
Can't
who
believe
is
the
both
magic
man
one passing the time.
I might just be a servant among lords. If my cleaning gets in your way, just say the word and I'll be off.
What would you have me do now? Nothing?
My lord,
What's
please.
the meaning of this
This is no
interruption?
time for rash
Jarl
action.
Balgrup is not
I just
receiving visitors.
Explanation before we act. I just...
Who's this then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
The
that
Jarl of
dragon is lurking in the
will
mountains...
view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll slaughter... Send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. And I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps? Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been... I'll introduce you to Farengar. He can be a bit... difficult. Mages, you know. Farengar is probably pottering around in his lab, day and night. I'm not sure he ever sleeps.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Well, let's see. Travel-stained clothes, worn soul's blank and unintelligent expression. Yes, in fact you do. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. Take a look. Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it.
May the god... What is it that you need? With good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we must at least have the tenacity to drive it back. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do. No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. If it's the war you're referring to, I'm on the side of Whiterun. No doubt General Tullius and his friends in the Empire will tell you that I owe them my loyalty. And perhaps I do. Ulfric Stormcloak would say that I owe my allegiance to the Nord people as they fight for Skyrim's independence. Perhaps this is also true. The day might come when I am forced to draw my sword for one side or the other. But that day has not come yet. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Roriksted's a nice enough little hamlet, but a boring posting for a guard. Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an Imperial scout. You're so well met.
I spend a lot. Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Matter of fact, I do. They've been fair enough with me, far as I can tell. And a Nord knows a liar when she sees one. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. I'll do my best. Before my ma, I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could You do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? Farewell.
Staying out of trouble, kinsman?
Rise up, Stormcloaks! Embrace the word of mighty Talos! He who is both man and... divine! Trust!
potions, you should try Arcadia's cauldron. Yes, Household. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon? Is that it?
I can't afford to send
Got some
anyone
good
out.
pieces out here if you're looking to
Don't
buy.
know where.
More. Hi.
is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety. The town attacked. I don't expect. Three of you to fight off a dragon by yourself. But I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. Keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a wasting.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Got some I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in white. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Mm-hmm. I help my father in more ways than people realize. This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. I don't claim to... Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps fitting. That kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Until next time.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce is really the only thing I care about.
I don't claim you have talent. Keep working at your craft and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh? All right then.